Illuvium just released its Illuvium Beyond Illuvitar burn mechanic. And let me tell you something. It is freaking ingenious. Now, it's taking a lot of criticism outside of its launch, its initial perception. It's going over the heads of everybody. Even went over the head of mine. I thought it was a little silly. I was going through the numbers. I was like, this is too much. It's too expensive. You're not getting nothing for your Illuvitars. But let me explain to you how it works, and you'll understand how this will save the Illuvium ecosystem. It'll bring activity to the market. Because a lot of people were on the fence going like, no, this is stupid because you're not getting nothing for your burning your Illuvitars, you know, and now you have no Illuvitars to sell, you know, in the marketplace if you ever wanted to. And they think the project is dead. Let me explain. This is total misconception. Stop your tracks. This will bring it all to life. Now, let's take a look how. I just closed the damn window I wanted. So if you go to Beyond here and you go to Burn Illuvitars, you'll start seeing right here. This can look bleak. So you come in here and you see, okay, I could burn this squiz, right? Squiz is 1,422 power. It's going to give me 1.42 points. Now, why 1.42 points? Because of the power. Every 1,000 power of an Illuvitar, every 1,000 points is 1 point when you burn it. So if you look at your worst total point ones are your tier 0 casual common face ones are 40 points. That's only going to give you 0.04 points. Now you might be wondering, well, what is exactly a point? If I didn't break what I was looking at here, I would have had that up already. Let's go to the stretch goals, and you'll see that your very first stretch goal is 20 points, okay? Let me scroll up here. And the very first one, you get an emote for 20 points. Now, if you think about that, I'm going to burn this squiz for 1 point, and I need 20 to get an emote. That's kind of ridiculous. Burning a squiz is a stupid idea, by the way. Never burn a squiz. Okay, so it doesn't look very good, right? And then your next one, 20 points to get a title. That's 40 points, okay? And then you got another 40 points, then you get an Illuvitar. That is a 629 power. So if you think about that, that's not even 1 point. That's 0.5, 0.6 points. And it's going to get you, got to get up to 80 points. You got some other rewards here, of course, but that's 40 points plus rewards. Okay, it doesn't sound very good, right? That's what everybody's seeing. But what this is going to do and bring the marketplace alive, and that makes no sense because you're selling your Illuvitars. How does the marketplace get better when there's less product to sell? Exactly the point. What it's doing is it's going to take the marketplace and put an exact amount of base value on every Illuvitar. Okay? Do you have your Kukas up for sale? You probably don't. They're sitting in your wallet. You probably got 500 of them, and you're not selling them because you're like, yeah, well, who the hell's going to buy a whack Kukulus for, 17 cents? And that's the point, because these stretch goals are not designed to just burn your alluvials to get these stretch goals. They're to help you get those stretch goals when you need a few extra points. Like, for example, I'm sitting at 452 points because I opened up a bunch of packs and I got this. And I burned a little alluvials in the beginning because I was just seeing what was going on, trying to get a grip of the system. And, you got goals here. Maybe your goal is to get to this Beyond Wave 5 battle board because you love, you love fighting in the arena or Ascendant and whatnot. So that's 600 points. Well, I have 452, 148. Maybe I could open up a couple more packs. Maybe I can get rid of some junk in my wallet. Or maybe I can buy something on the marketplace on the cheap to get me to this stretch hold. And that, my friends, is the most incredible thing I've ever seen out of this Illuvium project to date. This is the best ingenious thing they've ever fucking done. And hopefully they're going to take it and move it in on the alluvials as well as they get closer to launching that MMO project where people will need those alluvials. And there's just so many more thousands of those compared to the Illuvitars. It's going to spike that marketplace too. So this is very good outlook for Illuvium. Just that they have a base freaking economy that is working. And you're going to start seeing this come to life, I think, very soon once people get the gist of this. Okay? So it's not about just burning every Illuvitar in your system to get as high as you can on this system. The whales are going to get here because they have a lot to gain and whatnot. They buy a lot of packs. But we're probably, most of us, even I mean, I have 1,600 Illuvitars. I don't consider myself anywhere near a whale. I'm top 1-200 or something like that in my collection game. I don't really have any tier 5s because that's just, I didn't get the luck of drawing them, and they're just out of my price range. So, you know, I am not going to ever get there where I want to get to this tier 2 and 3. It'd be cool, but of course this is a time game. This is, you know, maybe this will go on and on. You got 3 months to see where you get, and there's also community bonuses. So everything you burn adds on to this other thing, which is going to give you more prizes and give you more burn stuff. So it's just going to keep things moving. And maybe you're 10 points away from a stretch goal that you really want. You want that hollow beyond chest. Wouldn't that be amazing if you just needed a few more points? So you might buy some of these points off the marketplace. And what's going to happen here is I've actually did some analysis and came up with how it's going to play out. And I have some tools here that'll help you accomplish everything we're talking about here today on my marketplace, Flip My NFT. So if you go to flipmynft.xyz, I am on the dev system here because I have not pushed this live. I'm going to push this live after I make this video. But if you go to the marketplace, I'm going to show you guys my opinion of what's going to happen here very quickly. Illuvium Beyond Illuvitars on the marketplace. And you're going to see here that this is all the things currently for sale. There's currently 1,858 total listings. I have now loaded all those in. I can browse every one of those on the fly here. No lag whatsoever, as long as you have a decent computer here. Okay, and then we can sort them and do whatever. Okay, so I made a tool here, and just so you know, you can sort by price here. We're going to bring our price. Holy cow, somebody's trying to sell this for $12 billion. Sort by cheapest price here, and you're going to see here that this thing is being sold. This Teasing Mamu is being sold for 8 cents. Okay. Now, we have this thing called Advanced Tools, and this is going to bring in the power so that you can see the power meters right over to Illuvitars. If you hold your mouse over, it's going to show accessory, portrait, and background. This is part of our basic marketplace. We'll just show standard immutable games, and as you would on like any marketplace, like a token trover or wherever you go. But we go further deeper into projects like Illuvium, especially. We have TPI data in Illuvials, and we're adding this total power thing inside of the Illuvitars browsing experience for those who want to use it. And now we can add advanced sorting features for total power. Now we can sort by total power when you turn this on. So I have the highest ones here. It's got all the pricing and whatnot. We also have more advanced tools down here once advanced tools is on. So for example, if I want to see only total powers that are above 5,000. Okay. So again, if I sort now, there's nothing under 5,000 here. Of course, you can do that for all the other power features here, as long as all the other, also the other collection filters that are on this project, such as tier, wave. You want to only see wave 5, etc. You have all the sorting features here. Okay, but the thing I made here is this little point system here. It's only available when you turn on advanced tools. Okay, so you'll see this little thing right here. And basically, we're going to learn the true value of what 1 point is. And out of the gate, I'm guessing it's going to be around 25 cents per point. That could be as much as 50 cents per point if everybody's really greedy and buying points. And how I come to that conclusion is based upon our tier zeros. I'm going to go here and sort by tier zeros. And you see these 40 pointers. And basically, I'm going to sort by price here. Comes to the cheapest price. Okay. And 10 cents is the cheapest price here. Now, what this tool does is nothing really out of the gate here because the pricing nobody understands yet. But once there's an established price within the community that a point is worth 25 cents, they're going to start listing their things for sale to sell that for the cash price instead of them burning it, because not everybody is a whale going to burn all their frickin' Illuvitars to get to tier frickin' 17 billion points. That's going to be the whales. Okay, that's a whale game. Illuvitar is basically a flex game. It's a collection game. Yeah, you want to collect them all, but if you're not a whale, you're not going to be that big dog with 17 Ramfires, Titanors, all of the tier 5 collection. Let's just face it. But you can still collect a good amount. You find good deals. You grow your project. You're happy with your things you have, and over time they appreciate and value. Hopefully, if Illuvium can continue it on, and you're going to be talking stock of your town once everybody else catches on with the project. Okay, that's just a collector's dream mentality in a nutshell. But you'll see here that if this was actually, I'm going to make this really higher. Let's say $1 was the value of 1 point. 1 point is $1. Illuvium would love that out of the gate. I'm going to have to hit refresh here to make this work. But you'll see here that this little tag came up and it's hot. And why is this showing hot? Let's scroll down a little bit more. See if we get a couple more here. Surprised we are not seeing more that are hot. But we'll see why this is hot. Is because this is 275 power, but it's only 10 cents. So it falls well under the realm of $1 per point. I'm going to refresh it again. It's still well above that, under 80 cents a point. At 60 cents a point, it's a great deal. Okay, if a point was valued at 60 cents, the community is going to decide eventually what that value is. Oops. 40. And you're seeing that it's a deal at 40 cents. Okay, if that's what it is. So you can change this. Once you figure out what you're willing to spend for a point, you can consider what is a good deal or not. So now it's not a good deal at 30 cents because you're paying basically for 275 power. You're getting 0.2 points for 10 cents. Okay. Now it's a value if a point was 40 cents because it's under that threshold. So what's going to happen is people are going to start coming here and posting all their tier zeros, their 40 pointers, for probably 1 cent. Because 25 of those will make $1, and therefore 0.25 points is going to be what becomes a tier 0 deal. Like I said, it's somewhere between 25, 50 cents. I'm guessing 25 cents. We'll see. It's going to come in waves, of course, too. And you can use these tools here on Flip My NFT to find those deals once it's going to happen. So you're seeing here that you're burning alluvials, you're getting points, you're getting rewards. The community is going to get rewards. They're going to buy some Illuvitars and make sure they're part of the community that gets this community goals. And they're going to sell all their stuff. People are going to come to the market now. And this is going to go quickly from, let me clear all filters here. This is quickly going to go from 1,800 158 total listings to 10,000 listings. People are going to be coming to this marketplace regularly. They're going to be searching for the deals. They're going to be buying the deals. Then they're going to go and take those Illuvitars and burn them because they're going to need that little extra next goal to be accomplished. And then everything is working marvelously. The marketplaces are getting traffic. If people are buying, they're getting their pennies to cover their bills and running these servers. They're making new tools like Flip NFT does every single day. And now you have action. And this is just going to grow once people catch a hang of it. If you get this, you go into Illuvials, this marketplace is going to be roaring from this simple burn process that seems like a scam. It's not ideally marketed. It's hard to market, I guess. Trust me, guys, this is ingenious. It's the best thing Illuvium has ever done to date. Get in there, get in your wallets. If you go, our project is based off being a wallet manager for Illuvium. You go in, you log in with your mutable passport, you go to Illuvium, you go to Illuvitars here, and you use these filters. These are all your wallets. They instantly load. You now have a clue what your Illuvitars are worth now. So this is basically a 40 pointer. Again, turn on your advanced tools here. Okay, so now you know that these are 40 pointers. You can go in here and you can go, and you could burn it tiers too. I have a video up on how to burn here if you want to burn your things. That's just another video. Check my playlists on YouTube account here, and it'll explain all that. But you can list these for sale very easily in any currency you want. So 0001. I don't know what 1 cent is worth here. Something like 0.000055 ETH. You list that for sale. I don't know what happened. Okay, there it worked. So now I'm going to refresh. I'm going to show items that are listed. Here's my item. View details. I guess I can't buy my own item here. I have to go to the marketplace. So if I go to the marketplace, I'm going to refresh. I'm going to grab this token ID so I can find it easily here. Punch that in the search. Am I on Illuvitars? What am I on here? I got so much going on in my brain right now. Sorry. Okay, so here's the one I just listed. You can find it here, recently listed. So here it is. There's my wallet address. Yeah, this is me. So you can see here that turn the advanced tools on. Put this here. And for some reason, maybe I have a little bit too much ETH here. Why is this not showing the little thing? Oh. Why is this not showing that it's a deal? Maybe I had to go to this 26. That's probably what I had to do. I'm going the wrong way. So I just had a little bit too much ETH for the 25 center. The little fractions of what ETH are. You'll see here, once it's at 30% is what I kind of did here. Now the deal comes up. So if a point was valued at 33 cents, this is a good deal. At 30 cents, it's not so good, but you get the point. Now you can figure out What that means is, let's go to a links, and you'll see here that you have this links here. You would never list this links ever, right? But now you know that this links is worth 0.587. So if it's 25 cents for 1 point, then you know that this thing is worth 13 cents. You got it? That's the gist of it. So now you know to list this thing for 13 cents, and you might be happy with 13 cents instead of letting it sit in your wallet doing nothing. People are going to start listing. People are going to say, yeah, okay, I need 20 points. I'm going to buy the quickest way and the highest alluvial, so I don't sit there and burn 37. I can only burn 3 if it's all the same price. They're buying points. The marketplace picks up. You're bringing in income for the game developers. You're moving product. You're keeping things active. Everybody's starting to get things for their collection. Now that's going to build leaderboard hype. People are going to be growing their stuff. It's going to, oh, it's just amazing. Once you figure it out, check it out. Hit us up on flipmynft.xyz. Thanks for watching. See you in game.